a lot of what I did as background research for the show really looked at what are the frontiers happening right now in thought along the areas of physics and neuroscience and spirituality. And even though they feel like very disparate subject matters and concerns, there is a growing overlap. And for me, that's been embodied in my thought processes and my artwork as it's been emerging over the last several years, where technology has been and is a core basis for my work.
Wow, that's very exciting. I was going to mention this later, but I just have to bring this up right now because I read this article yesterday in the New York Times book review, and it's called Quantum Leap. And it's the whole idea behind it was looking. It's about a book called Helgoland, Making Sense of the Quantum Revolution by Carlo Rovelli, and this guy Anil Anastaswamy, I'm not sure I'm saying the name correctly, discusses what it's about. I just have to bring this up to you because to me, this little paragraph, he says, Rovelli explains, he says, he explains that scientists since like the 1950s have kind of thought of the smallest particles in the universe as having some kind of linear projection to get somewhere. And then he posits here, which speaks so much to digital and analog a little, but to digital to me, he posits that, he says, he has a relational interpretation in which an electron, say, has properties only when it interacts with something else. So these might be common things to you, but I haven't really studied these things. And I thought, it's like the kind of things, like, what is my life story about? Is it, was it destined to be this to that?
Yeah.
Or is it, I bump into you and then something happens and I bump into something else and something happens. And I mean, it almost looks like the whole world is one big Alice in Wonderland surprise element of things happening. So, and your story and your artwork, this Call Me Ishmael, which has big scope.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't want to get us too far off, but I just
no. This is perfect, Roz. Seriously.
Had to bring that up.
No, this is the kind of thing that I'm trying to. My exhibit and my artwork and myself personally is, I feel like I'm sort of an ambassador for helping people to sort of. Well, I guess I almost feel, have you seen them? Did you ever see The Matrix? I'm hoping you have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that sense of we think that we understand what the world is really all about. And the thing that I think we don't appreciate is what the way our brains have evolved to survive in the world is different than revealing what we would consider the truth. And there are a number of neuroscientists and physicists who are saying that there is a more fundamental reality below the surface of what our brains are telling us. And if you look at Buddhist thought, which has existed for over 2,500 years in various forms, there is also this sense that there is a deeper reality that's non-human that we can all tap into, that can take us outside of the things that hold us down. And this is kind of, for me, my exhibit, Call Me Ishmael, is my story that I'm putting out there as my bringing together these different things in a conceptual framework that I'm hoping will be interesting enough for people to let the door crack open a little bit into thinking about what might actually be, even if that door doesn't stay open for very long, I'm hoping they'll at least let the light, let
Yeah.
that view kind of open up for them to maybe start thinking about things like this. Yeah,
I-
so
And that's where art comes in, doesn't it? That
yes,
aesthetic,
yes,
like,
it's the vehicle. It's the
y-
vehicle.